For the past 4 years, I have been completely obsessed with indie games. I've watched the videos, I've wasted time on the subreddits, and I've even tried making my own games. But those years were a complete waste of time, because these mistakes can literally make or break your entire indie game career. First and foremost, let's address the dreaded tutorial hell. Relying solely on tutorials without truly understanding or improving our skills. I mean, there's a bunch of free, easy, and useful videos out there that can help, but here's the catch. You aren't actually learning how to make games. You're learning how to follow instructions. It's like mastering one single, incredible piece on the piano, but not even knowing how to read sheet music. Tutorials are a powerful tool for learning, but use them wisely and in moderation. If you're a beginner, start by watching general videos to get a grasp of the software or engine you're working with, and then challenge yourself to create something small, a tiny game to get comfortable with your tools. Embrace the hurdles and try to figure them out on your own without relying on external help. When you really hit a roadblock, then you can look online, but focus on understanding how and why it works, and not just copying solutions verbatim. Remember, tutorials are a helpful tool, but they are not an instruction manual. Now, let's talk about the elusive art form of time management. Picture this. You're working on your dream game, but you keep taking snack breaks, listening to Blue Oyster Cult, and telling yourself, just one more episode, when really we all know you mean 5 more episodes. Distractions are plentiful and dangerous. If you want to manage your time well, consistency is the key. Dedicate regular time to your game, even if it's just a little bit. Aim for at least once a week, but that's a minimum. If you can go daily, that's even better. If you're not motivated, you just have to make yourself sit down and do it. I found that if I spend even a little bit of time in the engine, even if I'm just screwing around with things, that makes it a lot easier to come back later and actually be useful. Also, don't pretend that you don't have time for meaningful progress. If you have a free 30 minutes every day, which I certainly hope you do, you have enough time to be productive. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Here's the big one, the one that will stop you in your tracks even if you're making consistent progress. Hubris, ambition, overestimating what's possible with your current skills. In my case, I tried to build this massive game, but I barely understood how the engine worked, so I hadn't laid down a solid foundation. Those of you who know anything about architecture can tell how that ended. All that time could have been used to improve my skills and make multiple smaller but better games. Instead, I spent countless hours desperately chasing a wild goose. I found it's much better to build up your project the same way you built up your knowledge and skills, with the basics. You've got to master them first, and then you can do the fun stuff. Because the truth is, when we start a new project, or try to learn a new skill for that matter, we have no idea what we're doing. So, first, focus on the core gameplay. The juicy essence of your game, the exciting play experience, the captivating story. Whatever makes your game what it is, before getting lost in a maze of unnecessary features. Once your game absolutely shines in its rudimentary form, then unleash the polishing and feature frenzy. But remember, don't go overboard. The game still needs to be released sometime this century.